I look like a turtle. Okay, so I thought it would be really fun just to do like I like watching people review things, and I like watching reaction videos too, but I'm not very like openly expressive when I'm watching something because like I want to hear it. So I don't think I can do that. But I thought it would be really fun to like do some reviews and stuff. And I like anime, but I haven't actually seen that much of it. So I thought it would be like super fun and cool to do like infamous anime reviews. Like not famous anime, okay? There's a difference. Famous anime is like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, stuff everybody knows and it's generally considered good. It's quality content. A plus. Um, but a lot of people talk about Naruto and shit because it's good for a reason. And so I was thinking I will do infamous anime, I think I said that wrong like 4 times, but it's okay because I got it right this time, would be about like animes that people know for like a crazy reason, like insanity. Stuff like School Days, which everyone knows because it just gets wild and ends in, spoiler alert, it ends in murder, but, stuff like that. And so I was like, to start that off, my little infamous anime series, I'll just go with like the #1 most infamous anime of all time, and that's Boku no Pico. And I was like, cool, because when I was 12, you shits. Okay, so there was a thing, I guess it's still kind of a thing, but not as much, where people would be like, anime suggestions, and grown folk would just think that's hilarious, disregarding the fact that some of us were like 12, and be like, Boku no Pico. Amazing. Flawless. Gotta watch it. 10 out of 10. And so my naive self was like, cool! And I found it online, and I clicked on it, and within a good 3 seconds, I realized that I had made a horrible, horrible mistake. So I exited out. Um, but that was my only knowledge of Boku no Pico. I assumed, there I go being naive again, that the reason it's so just notorious is because it's a graphically depicted gay sexual relationship. And I was like, oh, okay, so you shouldn't watch that if you're a kid, but I was like, I can watch that now. I'm grown. It's fine. I'm not a big, like, porn watcher. That's not really my style, but I was like, it'll be interesting at least, There might be a romantic plot. That would be nice. I like romantic plots. So I watched it. I watched this shit. I decided that was what I was gonna do, and I committed myself. And so I found episode 1 online, just Googled Boku no Pico, episode 1, English subs, found it, and within about 5 seconds, I realized that this was far worse than I had originally assumed. There was a little translator's note, like at the top of the screen, and it said, the translators do not condone pedophilia. Take this as an artistic representation or artistic expression, something like that. The important thing was the first sentence. If you have to put the disclaimer that you do not condone pedophilia, then you probably shouldn't be translating the content in the first place. But so that had me shook, and I was like, not in a good way. And I was like, okay, maybe these are just underage characters. Maybe they're like 16, 17, maybe they're high school students. Maybe it's fine. They just were like, I mean, obviously you don't need to be watching real life 15-year-olds have sex, but anime cartoon high schoolers. I was like, that's not that bad. That's fine. Um, Wrong again. As you continue to watch it, it starts off with this guy who's clearly grown. Like, in some anime, you can't really tell how old someone is. Like, you can tell he's grown. He's at least 25. And he's just, like, looking through one of those binocular things out of the ocean. And there's this person who, I assume is a teenager. They look young. They look young, but a lot of anime, like, teenagers look really young. So I wasn't too thrown off by that. Um, and they're like washing their clothes in the ocean, which doesn't even make sense because now your clothes are gonna be salty. They're not gonna dry well anyway. But whatever. And they're naked, obviously, because why put on another outfit to go clean your clothes when you could just take them off? And they washed their clothes and they left. And this guy was like clearly infatuated with them, which I didn't really. Pico's not really my type, to be honest. But at the time I didn't know how much he was not my type. But anyway, so I was like, okay, all right. It seems like there's an age difference, but continuing to not hate humanity as much as I should, I figured it wouldn't be that bad. Um, this guy goes into, I forget, I think it's like a coffee shop type thing, and the kid's working there. And it's like, oh, what a coincidence, great. No. This kid, within 30 seconds of this kid speaking and being on screen, you can tell this is not like a high school senior who looks kind of young. No, this is a literal child. I don't mean like a younger teenager. I mean like a child. Like, I did Google it later and he's supposed to be 15, but no. I think they only call him 15 so they don't literally get arrested because he acts not like a 15-year-old. He acts like maybe 10. I would say 12 at the most, but probably more like 10. He is just very, very clearly a child. And this grown-ass man seduces this child, plays with his emotions, because the guy's not even the good guy. Like, he's sort of shit. Because the kid's like, do you love me? After this guy has already vetted him God knows how many times. And the guy won't even say yes. Like, which, I mean, I guess in a normal relationship, you shouldn't feel pressured to say yes if you don't love someone, but yeah, I don't know why I'm really contemplating it, because you shouldn't be with this kid in the first place, but, like, it's just he's not very emotionally supportive anyway. Like, it would not be a healthy relationship even if they were both in their 20s. But they're not. This kid, Boku, his name's not Boku, his name's Pico. Shit's got me fucked up. This kid is very clearly groomed by this grown man to fulfill a sexual fantasy. That's what the story is about a grown man grooming a child to fulfill his sexual desires. And, that's really it. That's really the whole plot, is this grown man falling in love with this kid. He's not 15. I don't care what they say. This kid's like 12 at the most. This grown man falls in love with him. If you can even say that. I don't know if he even loves him. I think he's just using him because he doesn't even... Yeah, I mean, I guess he acts nice, but he doesn't seem to really be that emotionally connected to him. I mean, he feels bad when the kid runs away, I guess because he goes and finds him, but... like, it's just... It's gross. And this child on his end, I mean, obviously you can't victim blame. It's not this child's fault that he's being manipulated into becoming this toy for this grown man. Um, he is a very sexualized child. Like, I'm sure I said, like, he's a little innocent, but, like, not. He's like how, you know how some girls will be like, oh my god, no way, I didn't know that. And they act like you know, they know what they're doing, and they do it on purpose, but they pretend like they don't know. That's how they have this kid acting. And, like, it's not his fault, because he's not acting that way. It's the way the animators, like, make it appear. And it's just gross. Um, the music's really nice. The art is really nice. Like, if these were grown people, it has the potential, it could have been a pretty nice graphic love story. It could have been nice, you know? It has good animation. The character design is fine. Like, I mean, the music is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. The music is lovely. It's too lovely to be with this story. It really is. And that's all I'm gonna say about it, honestly. Just don't watch it. It'll get you fucked up. It got me fucked up. I don't even know, like, where to begin. Why would you suggest this? Why would you suggest this potentially to children? Don't. That joke needs to stop. It's not good. It's some bullshit. Just, no more. No more Boku no Pico. Except I will be reviewing the other two in the near future, because I did watch them, so.